Hey guys, Greg here. Today, instead of vinyl records, we're going to talk about music and copyright. Two of my favorite music teachers in the world are people on YouTube. And I'm going to name them by name because this video is kind of a response to stuff that they've been talking about. Rick Beato and Adam Neely. Rick Beato, you should definitely go subscribe to him. He's a great guitar player and producer and studio guy and teacher and expert. I've learned so much from watching his videos. Rick Beato. One thing he does that is really cool is he goes and finds the original unmixed master tracks from a recording, like the 8 or 16 track, and he takes it into his studio and he uploads it and he breaks it down for you. And his video series is called What Makes This Song Great? And he breaks it down and teaches you, hey, this is how this record was made. This is how the song was made. This is the bridge. This is the verse. This is the chorus. This is where the vocals come in. And here's how the drum was recorded. And here's the key that the keyboard is in and blah, blah, blah. And here's how the hook works. And here's how it's layered. And he breaks down how hit records are made. So he's a teacher. Is that an important function that we should be letting people do, or should we be attacking teachers? Because the music industry ain't doing that. Who else is teaching the next generation of producers how to make hit records? Okay, the music industry is not investing in that. I wish they would invest in it, but instead they're attacking him and demonetizing him and copyright hitting his videos. And he's not selling you a copy of the song. He's teaching you how the song was made, and that's what fair use is all about. We're not taking your record or your sheet music or your album and making a counterfeit copy and selling it and not giving you the money. We're just taking a little excerpt, a little 30-second or 1-minute excerpt from a record or a song and teaching you the mechanics of what went into it, whether you're playing it as a musician or producing it as a producer or recording it as a studio recording guy. All those things have to be taught to the next generation. Nobody's doing it in the record industry. I mean, you might be teaching 1 or 2 people who are in the studio with you, but people like Rick Beato are teaching an entire generation. So my little spiel about Rick Beato and Adam Neely, those are the 2 best music teachers in the world right now, because those are the only people hitting 1 million viewers a week with this great content. And this is content that kids want. Kids are sitting in classes in high schools and colleges all over the world right now going, this teacher is boring. I wish I could go watch Rick Beato, because he's going to present much more information in less space, and it's going to be interesting and engaging. And we know for a fact that teachers in music schools are using some of the videos of these guys. And I'll tell you about Adam Neely also. He's a young person in his 30s, has some advanced degrees in like jazz theory, harmony, composition, I don't know, Berkeley, schools like that. He's got advanced degrees, but he teaches this stuff in a fun, engaging, interesting way. All about bass, what it's like to be a working musician, harmony, rhythm, advanced concepts about the intricacies and fundamentals of how music is made, how it's composed, how it's played. There's lots of different aspects of music. I mean, there's people saying, oh, I know how to play guitar, I'm a YouTube star. There's a lot more to music than that. Composition, theory, performance, rhythm, getting gigs, making money. So here's the problem, is you guys are attacking the teachers, and why is that? That's because you're lazy and greedy. Like I said, I mean, why aren't you attacking all teachers? Why aren't you attacking Mrs. Adams, the 3rd grade teacher down here at Washington Elementary School? Why aren't you attacking her because she played a 1-minute tune from some record in her class, whatever it is, kids record, Rafi? Did I still have Rafi? Barney? I mean, can you literally see the record store lawyers, record industry lawyers knocking on her door? Mrs. Adams, 3rd grade. I understand you played a 1-minute excerpt of one of our records for your class today. That's okay. We're just going to take all of the revenue you made today. Even though the excerpt that was played was only 1 minute long, we're taking all the revenue for all 8 hours, plus your 3 hours at home grading papers. We're taking all that into our evil record industry coffers because you violated our copyright. Well, No, she didn't. It was fair use. She was teaching it. If she had said to her class, and I see band teachers doing this, let's up it to an older class level, like a high school or college, and say, hey guys, yeah, this is a song we're going to be doing next week. So I went ahead and Xeroxed 30 copies of the song and I'm passing it out to you. That is a copyright violation. Okay, that's teaching, but that's not fair use because you just prevented the publisher from selling 30 copies. That's illegal. I support you cracking down on teachers that are doing stuff like that. But if the teacher says, I'm going to play you 8 seconds of Beethoven's Fifth on this record, that's fair use. That's fair. So why are you attacking teachers? Are you going to attack nuns and puppies and people that work with handicapped children? And I mean, why don't you attack somebody that's worth attacking and let the teachers do their thing? Teaching is an important profession. Even if it's YouTube, even if it's a hip dude with a cool haircut who's got a studio, he or she is still a teacher. Okay, you don't have to be in an elementary school setting or public school setting to be a legitimate teacher. And the thing is, the world is evolving and YouTube is the medium that people want to learn on. And these are the greatest teachers out there because they got the most views. They got the most votes. Adam Neely, Rick Beato, what's the other guy? David Pools. He just got a hit for playing like 1 or 2 guitar chords. And somebody said, yeah, we own that chord. No, you don't. There's going to be a big backlash. And I'm hoping for a class action lawsuit against you evil record company people. You guys, through your greed, have destroyed your own business model multiple times. And this is the nth time that you guys are going to destroy your own business model. How did we destroy our business model before? Let me tell you. I used to work at record stores in the 80s, and I remember in 84 when the compact disc came out. There's a fatal flaw in the compact disc, which the industry didn't realize for years later, which is you could take a compact disc, stick it in any computer, and the computer would say, would you like to rip this disc and turn it into MP3 songs, files, and share them with the rest of the world? That was the stupidity of the hardware makers, Sony and Philips. I used to work for one of them. You could have put a copy protection, or I should say encryption, on there. You learned your lesson. You tried to stick in encryption later and CDs after the cat was already out of the bag, and it kind of was a disaster when Sony tried to put protection on CDs and it screwed up your computer. I think they got sued for doing that. Eventually they learned their lesson, and when the DVD came out, they had good copy encryption on there. And there are people who know how to copy DVD data, but most consumers don't. You have to be kind of a computer super nerd to know how to encrypt or decrypt, decode DVD data, and then you share it on BitTorrent. That's totally illegal. That violates the person's copyright. You should not be doing that. You should be prosecuted if you're doing that. But that was one time in many where the record industry started out greedy. They rushed the product to market. Well, not really. It took like a decade. But they kind of destroyed themselves, and they sold a lot of CDs for a while. But they also, every time they sold a CD, they gave a kid an MP3 maker thingy that he could put in his computer and zap that MP3 all over the universe with Napster. So they did sue kids in because of Napster downloading. They sued all kinds of people. It was very bad PR for the record industry. I don't know if you guys remember, you youngsters, remember when the record companies, really the, I don't know which organization they're called, National American Yada, they did all these lawsuits against people who maybe uploaded 2 or 3 songs. Okay, that was maybe a good way to scare the pants out of kids, but you guys started the program by releasing a very easy to copy material. Okay, guys, I've ranted long enough. I will have more rants for you about this copyright protection thing. Fair use versus copyright violation. We need to dig into it and solve these problems better. Demonetizing teachers, whether they're in a classroom or on YouTube, demonetizing teachers is sick and evil, and it will come back to bite you. And I hope it bites you big time, because you're not investing in teaching the next generation of kids how to do this stuff. Rick Beato and Adam Neely are. Why aren't you giving them some money? Why aren't you should be sending them a check and saying, thank you for preserving this art form. Thank you for teaching people. You literally should be calling Rick Beato every week and saying, Rick, which unmixed masters should we send you? Do you want the 8-track on Abbey Road? Do you want Exile on Main Street? Do you want Zeppelin 4? Do you want, I don't know, anything? I mean, if Rick did one of those a week for the next 10 years, he wouldn't get through all the great tunes that deserve to be analyzed and picked apart and taught. The mechanics of how to great and hit records come about needs to be taught like everything else. And quit attacking the teachers on YouTube, guys. That's the message. Go find someone else to attack. All right? Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.